Perfect. What is up, Biggy? How are you doing?
Doing good, brother. How you doing?
I'm good. Excited to chat with you. It was a great season. Congrats on making it to the finale.
Thank you, man.
How did you feel about getting third place? You were so close.
Yeah, so close, man. There were so many emotions going on in that moment, to be honest with you. Just to be able to make it that far, to make it in the finale, someone who had never left the US before, that was, I mean, that was accomplishment in and of itself. But, I'm a competitor, man. I wanted to win that so damn bad. I wanted to win
Mhm.
it so bad, especially in that challenge, when I realized it was going to be a 2v1. Having to kind of switch my game plan to, try to force a sudden death, which I did. And then to come up short like that was it was brutal, man. But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, man, it's a game. It's a game. I had a blast, had the time of my life. So I got no complaints at all, man.
How shocked were you that it was a two versus one? And when he revealed that alliance, like, how shocked were you?
It was brutal. It was brutal, because I had been, and like obviously they didn't really show any of it on the show itself. But after episode one, after Josh kind of went in on Rick, nobody would talk to Rick, and I felt bad for him. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to get close to this guy. I was like, I feel bad for him, and so from then on, the blinders were kind of put up, and because outside of Mack and Shayne, that's probably who I talked to the most, to be honest with you. That's probably who I was closest with outside of them. So I mean, and Kim, obviously, because Kim's like the funniest person I've ever met in my life. But
Mhm.
um, that just put my blinders up and I let my emotions get involved. And, at the end of the day, that was my death sentence. So
Mhm.
that was brutal. I was not expecting it. Everyone tried to tell me too. Shayne tried to tell me, he said, Biggie, I'm telling you, you cannot trust Rick. No, y'all don't get it. I'm telling you, you
Mhm.
don't get it. And I just didn't listen.
Mhm. I mean, he did say that like you were closer with Shane. I mean, everyone has to kind of focus on themselves at this point.
Yeah,
So
for
I'm
sure.
sure watching back, you understand now,
Yeah.
like it was sudden death. But is there anything you think you could have done differently in that challenge or leading up to the end of the game to get you to where you wanted to be?
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, if you watch it back, had I moved up on my last question, I'm in the finale against Rick. The issue is not knowing when the last question is going to come. That's a huge risk because had that not been the last question, and had they both gotten the following question correct, I'm toast. You know,
Mm,
I'm toast, and then I don't even force a sudden death. So I really don't regret anything, man. I had so much fun. The time of my life, meeting some of the best people I've ever met in my life, the best crew that made it so easy to just play the game. It was like I have no regrets at all, man. It was I've been on earth for 30 years now, and it was
mhm,
the most fun I've had up until this point. So I got no complaints at all.
Do you have a favorite country or maybe an episode this season that you got to visit?
I think my favorite country, I'm gonna be honest, man. Austria was gorgeous. I hate how Salzburg ended with Matt going home. That was my low point of the show, probably more than me actually losing, to be honest. Felt so bad about that. But so Austria was gorgeous. Venice was awesome, just to be able to actually walk around without goggles and be able to actually kind of enjoy the city. I mean, that was sick. Really, all of Europe as a whole is like gorgeous, and having not known that before going on the show, being able to experience all that for the first time was unbelievable. So
Mm.
any of the places, to be honest with you, I would go back. The mountain challenge in episode 2, top of the Swiss Alps, goggles go clear and we're in the clouds on the top of a mountain. That blew my mind. So everything was so unbelievable.
hmm I want to get your reaction to Ally and Mack's relationship. I think a lot of fans were surprised. We thought it was going to be Shayne and Ally. What was your make of that whole love triangle?
Yeah, I mean, they're both just great humans. Like Mac is one of legitimately the coolest, best personalities in a human that I've ever met in my life. Like she was my best friend on the bus. So I love that they're both happy. I love that they both, found love. I know Shane's happy for him. That's the kind of guy he is, and
Mhm.
so I wish nothing but the best for him. Yeah, they're just two great human beings. They were actually in Chattanooga, hanging out at my house last week for a couple days, and we got to hang out and we got to kind of go around the city a little bit and do some things. So I couldn't be more happy for them. They're both
Mhm.
just great people.
For sure. There's some breaking news with one of your cast members, JaNa. She did just go through a breakup the last couple of days. Do you want to send any prayers for our girl?
Yeah, Janae, look, I love Janae. I think what people don't know is like how funny she is. She is like
Mhm.
on the bus. I wish they would have shown more of it. She is like fucking hilarious. Like she's so funny. And I had a great time on the show with her. Obviously it was kind of tough with her and Peter coming in late. Everybody kind of put our guard up against them. But had they come in early on, I think we would have been even closer than we were, towards the end. But yeah, I mean, I wish nothing but the best for her. She's a good person,
Mhm.
um, funny person. And so, whatever she's going through, I know she'll make it out of it because,
Absolutely.
she's a fighter. She'll be fine.
She's the best. How did you
Yeah.
get casted for the show?
So a casting agent came across my TikTok.
Mm.
I make what I do. I'm a content creator. I just make dumb videos on the internet. And she came across it. I thought that it was a scam, and then they didn't ask for credit card info or my social security number. I was like, okay, maybe this is good. And then, yeah, I just kind of got into it. And originally it was for Deal or No Deal Island.
Mm.
But it ended up being like a couple days too late. And then they asked me, they were like, well, there's this brand new show. And I was like, man, I don't know, man. I doubt it because our Instagram was finally gaining some momentum. TikTok was finally growing. And I was like, I don't know if I can, if I can go away from it that long. And then I thought about it and I was like, dude, you would be an absolute moron to not go on a free trip to Europe and experience this stuff. And so, yeah, it was a long process. I had about a 2-month notice. I studied my ass off because I didn't know anything about Europe before I got
Mm.
on the show. And yeah, it was a long process, but God, I'm glad I did it.
Did you feel like there was like a reason you got casted on this show? Like, did it resonate with you? And did any of your fans from online know you from the show or find you on the show? Because I see you have a really big following.
Yeah. There were the followers that realized I was on the show. They loved it. They got locked into it. I mean, I get comments and DMs every day of people who love watching it. And it's also been interesting to see the people who had never heard of me, kind of find out about me through the show,
Mm.
which is awesome. I went on there. I had no expectations. I just wanted to go on there. I wanted to compete. I wanted to have a good time, and I wanted to build relationships. I did all three of those. I'm as happy as I could possibly be. I had the time of my life, and it was man, it was incredible. It was such a good experience.
Is there anything from the episodes that were cut out that you really wanted to be in there, or maybe like something surprising that you saw they kept in?
I think just the conversations, like more specifically, the conversations between myself, Mac, and Kim on the back of the bus late night, laughing harder than I've ever laughed in my life.
Mhm.
Also, the altercation between Shayne and Peter.
Mhm.
It was so like me and Mac, for whatever reason, we just couldn't stop laughing. Like we were laughing. That's the hardest I've ever laughed. I couldn't even breathe. Like I couldn't even get oxygen. So just
Mhm.
like more like human to human interaction, on the bus. But I understand, you've got two challenges you've got to fit in. You've got kind of like a recap from the episode before. You've got an elimination. So I get it. You only got 42 minutes to tell your story. But yeah, just I think the conversations, because the conversations that all of us had on that bus, like we were so close, it was it was tough to see anybody go. Even the people that I wasn't like super super close with, I was still pretty close with them. So it was just the conversations all of us had because there were some damn funny ones.
For sure. Well, thank you so much for chatting. Congratulations again and appreciate you. Where can everybody follow you?
Follow me on IG at Biggy.cookthebook and TikTok Biggy Cook the Book. And Zachary, I appreciate you having me, man. This was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. All right. Bye, everybody.